10% of all the new cars sold in Iowa come from the Karl Auto Group. Our neighbors trust us to have the largest selection and the highest standards. To our current customers, thank you. And to our future customers, see for yourself why Karl drives Iowa.
Your dealer for life, it's the Karl way.
Keen Project Solutions, a modern engineering and construction firm, embracing technology, establishing industry-leading systems and processes, and delivering reliable results to our customers. At Keen, we are passionate about inspiring our team and our customers to achieve great things, offering the highest quality services in commercial construction to deliver turnkey projects. Our core beliefs drive us forward. Protect people, build relationships, drive innovation, and focus on end goals, bringing our customers' desired results to life. See how Keen can work for you at thinkdifferent.thinkkeen.com.
Welcome to Postgame. Iowa State holds on to beat Iowa by a final of 66-62. Very good game tonight, very competitive game. I'll start things off, of course, thanking our presenting sponsor, Karl Auto Group, Karl Chevrolet. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios. Really fun game tonight. Hey, credit to Iowa. I thought they competed really well. We've seen a lot of those McCaffrey teams come into this place and kind of fold in the first 10 minutes. And I want to start off. I think it's a good job to credit your opponent. I thought Iowa played really, really well. I think that McCollum's a hell of a coach. So I just wanted to say that out of the way. Jake Bryn, Rob Gray are going to have complete coverage from tonight's post-game press conference. You guys can go over and check that out on the Cyclone Fanatic YouTube page after we break it all down. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Keen Project Solutions. Love our friends over at Keen. If you're looking for a career that challenges and inspires you, go to thinkdifferent.thinkkeen.com today to apply. Hi, I'm on the air. I'm in this. Hey, buddy. So we'll get down to the rest of this stuff here. Iowa State. Okay, so you start off tonight and was a very challenging offensive game at the beginning, no doubt. And I thought a lot of that was just, I don't know, kind of coming back to the mean, right? Like, you're not going to keep shooting 60% from three. And I also think that, Iowa did a pretty good job. Or at one point they were like 9 of 12 from the field. So Iowa State wasn't getting rebounds and getting into transition where it belongs. So the Cyclones spent a ton of time in the half court in that first half. And that is not what you want to do, specifically against a Ben McCollum team and the way that he coaches. So that was difficult. That was part of it. And you're not always going to shoot well. And Iowa State most certainly didn't in the first half, where the Cyclones were 33% from the field to Iowa's 63%. So, again, Iowa was hitting tough shots. They were 5 of 7 from three in that first half. Let's go to the second half and do a little comp. I haven't even looked at it yet. So they were 2 of 8, where Iowa State cleans things up. Goes 54% in the second half to Iowa's 41. So that's a big difference right there. I tweeted this at halftime. It felt like Iowa State was fortunate to be down 8. I thought it didn't feel like that. It felt like Iowa should be up double digits or so. But then the Cyclones start off, I think, with a 14-0 run to start the second half, where Hilton Coliseum was just absolutely on fire. And we'll get to all the individual performances tonight by Iowa State. But, again, that second half, you got to go points off of turnovers. You doubled them up, 8-4. You had Iowa actually got you with points in the paint. But Iowa State just, again, they were flowing more in transition. In the first half, I think turnovers were 10-7. Second half, they were 6-2. So Iowa State cleaned that up a lot on the offensive side of the ball. And listen, I think a really interesting game tonight for Joshua Jefferson, who has 24 offensively. looks like one of the best players in the country. Defensively, he wasn't great, but he hit big shots down the stretch for the Cyclones. A couple of those threes were absolutely clutch. I also think it's worth noting before we get to our preferred pest control pest of the game, because it could have been Blake Buchanan, but I gave it to him against Purdue. But he played 32 minutes tonight. Plato was out with an injury. Find out what that is, how bad we think that's going to be here at the press conference. But that was kind of when Iowa State's run in the second half stalled, was when Blake Buchanan went out with what looked like a right ankle injury, goes out for a few minutes, comes back in. But the more we watch this team, the more we're seeing just how valuable Blake Buchanan and his contributions are. The one thing that, not a lot of people will talk about is the 2 assists that he had tonight. And one of them pops out in my mind was an interior pass to Lipsy. He's a really good passer, Buchanan is. So not only is he active defensively, 6 rebounds tonight. He only had 6 points, but that's not necessarily what you need from him. He has really good vision, and really glad that he came back, because with Plato already out, you're thin there in the front court. That could have been bad to have both of those guys out. So Buchanan with a good game. Before we get to our preferred pest control pest of the game, I want to thank our friends over at the Natuzel Financial Services with Raymond James. I was actually texting with Clay Natuzel earlier during the game because he likes to have a victory bourbon. That's the type of diehard cyclone you're working with over there. These Natuzels are nuts. I absolutely love them. Raymond James, Natuzel Financial Services, if you're looking ahead to 2026. Let's do our preferred pest control pest of the game. I'm going to go with, here's one for you. Bet you never saw this coming, Aiden Wyatt. Jimmy Rogers, the new Iowa State football coach, gets on the mic in front of a sold-out Hilton Coliseum and drops an F-bomb. I think Iowa State went on like a 22-3 run after that. The preferred pest control pest of the game goes to the new football coach at Iowa State, Jimmy Rogers, for dropping an F-bomb as he's introduced to the fan base. Now that is a way to win over a fan base. Am I wrong? Preferred pest control. I don't screw around with like the ants and the bees and all that crap. Just call our buddies over at Preferred Pest Control. Let's go to the rest of this as we break it down. Iowa State. This is one of those hard games because, did Iowa State not play well, or is Iowa really well coached and had a great game plan? I think it can be a little bit of both. I would like to give some credit to Killian Torrey, the freshman for Iowa State. One of the best parts of the game, to me, was watching him chase Bennett Sturtz around. So Bennett Sturtz, a projected lottery pick, by the way, hit some incredible shots. All 3 of his threes were like, wow. But he's 3 of 11.
To Torre's credit, I'm pretty sure that Sturtz hit all 3 shots while being guarded by someone else.
I actually agree, because I remember one of them was a switch over on Jefferson.
Yeah.
But Killian was just chasing him the whole night. Good point, Aiden Wyatt. But I thought that that was – I can't wait to go back and watch that part of the game again. It's just like Torrey, that guy's going to need an ice bath tonight. Like he was going hard. And we saw Demarion Bateman on him for chunks as well. It looked like he got dinged up at some point. You guys probably saw it better on television than I was able to. But, Sturtz is like – he's so good. There's not a place – it reminds me – I'm trying to think of a Cyclone. Remember and Sturtz is better. I love you, Jake Sullivan. But, when Sullivan played, he could just hit a shot from anywhere. I'm trying to think of – it's not a great reference because Sturtz is going to be in the NBA. But, he's never out of range. And I thought he was just absolutely fantastic tonight. But, again, he had to take 11 shots to get the 3 threes. Torre, realistic, if it weren't for the new Iowa State football coach dropping the F-bomb, I still can't believe I'm saying that. It was awesome. Then Killian Torre is going to be the pest of the game. Killian Torre should get an NIL deal from Preferred Pest Control because I have a feeling he's going to be the pest of the game a lot in this coming season. So let's go big picture, shall we? Let's see if Kenneth Pomeroy has updated his statistics. I doubt he has. Yeah, he has. So Iowa State is 10-0 with the bulk of the schedule done. You get Eastern Illinois, who's pitiful. Long Beach State, the beach. And then Houston Christian. So you should be 13-0 when West Virginia comes to town on Friday, the 2nd of January. That should be the case. Your Ken Palm stats right now. Defense had another great night. You're at number 2. Offense, you're at number 8. I think that this is one of those games where, again, to me, I had a bunch of people, my buddy John Liebel called me. We were talking on the way here, and he's like, is Iowa going to get killed tonight? And I was like, I don't know. Like, if I had to bet on the game, I would take the points because, you know, McCollum had a great game plan, exactly what I thought he would. And, again, like this is bad analysis, but I'm a reversion to the mean guy. It's just how my mind works. And Iowa State was not going to keep shooting 60% from 3. And it kind of came back a little bit tonight. You go 5 of 15. I mean, that's probably more of what this team is, right? And I give Iowa credit because they made shots early. Iowa State couldn't get in transition. Even when Iowa on the turnovers, like Iowa State did not do a good job of getting in transition in that first half. Let's look at fast break points in the first half. Iowa State had 8 of its 25, but that was off of – so you had 8 fast break points off of 10 turnovers. That's not a great mix for the Cyclones. You want to be higher than that. So that was really well done by the Hawkeyes to slow Iowa State down. They've been better in the half court this year than we've seen in recent years, but that's not where Iowa State butters its bread, in the half court. You see out in the second half, you get running, and the Cyclones were victorious. Crowd was amazing, as you all know. So there you go. Let's go through some of the comments. Steve Kemp says 5 of 15 is not the mean. It's our low end. Probably, but it's closer to the mean than 60% is. Like, that's insane. Like, you're not going to do that very often. So my point is you were due for a night like this where you're just not unconscious. And, again, when you're doing a lot of these in half court, it just makes it more and more difficult, specifically, for this team. Let's see. Just a lot of people just ranting and raving in the comments section right now. We will be live tomorrow morning over on Iowa Everywhere at 9. Chris Hassel and I will have 2 guys, so you guys can tune into that if you want more from this. Need to, again, promote the Cyclone Fanatic YouTube page. If you haven't subscribed, you absolutely should. It's the best place to get our coverage these days. Jake Brin does an awesome job where every game has its own like folder, and these kids are doing kid things, and it's awesome though. Like, I'm a huge fan of it. I do it all the time. I'm washing dishes, making dinner for my daughters. I pop on the CF YouTube page, and you can it's so well organized. Great pregame show tonight with Leah Nelson and Jake. Jackson Pence made his debut last night, so we're really, really working hard to kick some butt for you guys. A couple of people are asking for an update on Plata. I don't have it, but Jake will have all that for you. I'm assuming TJ Otzelberger will be taking the stand here in just a few minutes, and we'll get you all of that information. So there you go. That's my first look at this game. Again, if you want to go over to Iowa Everywhere tomorrow morning at 9, Chris Hassel and I will be live with our two guys. Oh, God, that's going to be a funny. Yeah, Aiden's laughing at that. 2 guys. It's been a long week, okay? Aiden's clipping that right now. I can already see it. Somebody's asking, where's the halftime show? We don't do halftime shows during basketball. I don't have the energy. Too old. Maybe Jackson can do halftime shows for us. I ain't doing halftime shows for basketball. I'm sorry. It's too loud. Like, it's hard enough to come back here and do this. I'm not going to do a halftime show. Some people asking for a Red Panda review. I don't know. I left. I went to the back and I got a soda. I didn't watch it. I'm glad your kids like it. I'm glad you guys like it. I enjoyed it the first 53 times I saw it. She hasn't changed her act in 50 years. It'd be like going to watch Chris Rock and he tells you the same jokes over and over and over again. It's like, good for her. Like, I bumped into her in the back. She seemed lovely. I just don't want to watch her act anymore. I went and got a soda. So, sorry. Like, I'm not rooting against her. I'm just not going to participate in the love fest. That's all I'm saying. Cyclones win it. We are presented by our friends at Karl Auto Group. Thanks to our friends at Northwest Bank as well. As we wrap up, kind of going into a little down mode with basketball for a while. We do have some games coming up this weekend, of course, doubleheader on Sunday, but then it's going to get ramping up. Portal opens. Portal season coming up in football. Let's get after it. Aiden Wyatt producing. My name is Chris Williams. And again, two guys tomorrow at 9 on Iowa Everywhere. Later.